Let's have a look at 5 of the absolute greatest motorcycle routes in France. For the first route, we are heading towards the southeastern region of France. This ride will take you from Alpe d'Huez to Briançon via Col de Sarenne and Col du Galibier. The French Alps have a different pace. They stretch across southeastern France, forming a natural border with Switzerland and Italy. They extend from Lake Geneva in the north to the Mediterranean coastline in the south. In the middle you will find Alpe d'Huez. Alpe d'Huez is famous for its 14-kilometer climb with 21 legendary hairpins, and a key climb in the Tour de France with an elevation gain of 1,071 meters. The first 2 kilometers are the steepest, with a gradient of 11%. The gradient then stabilizes around 8% for most of the climb. The final few kilometers are slightly easier at around 6% increase. The village is located at an altitude of 1,860 meters. Continue through the village and head towards Col de Sarenne. This breathtaking mountain stretch is one of the best kept secrets in the French Alps. Take a break at Lake Chambon for a surreal view of a deep blue mountain lake. Follow the Romanche River, a stunning glacier-fed river snaking through the Oisans Valley. The road narrows, with steeper gradients and increasingly epic mountain views. The scenery on the climb towards Col du Tourmalet remains wild and scenic. This saddle plateau is located at 2,050 meters. Arriving at the top, you will find a popular rest spot with cafes and panoramic views. It is the gateway to Col du Galibier. This final climb is legendary and one of the most famous roads in both motorcycling and the Tour de France. The summit at 2,642 meters is one of the highest paved roads in Europe. The Tour de France have been won and lost on this climb. Head back down to enjoy Col du Galibier in reverse. This descent is thrilling. You drop nearly 600 meters over just a few kilometers. We head towards Briançon, reconnect with the D1091, and head east. This section treats you with sweeping bends and epic valley views. Dramatic cliffs on the left, river valleys on the right, with occasional alpine villages. The ride concludes when arriving in Briançon. The city is a UNESCO-listed historic fortress city with a mix of French and Italian influences. A perfect place to spend some time and relax. For the next route, we are heading to the northwestern part of France, to the city of Calais, and then ride to Omaha Beach along the coast. Calais, a key port city on the English Channel and the gateway to the Opal Coast. Calais is known for its iconic lighthouse, large broad beaches, and the beautiful town hall. This route, from Calais to Omaha Beach, is a long 396-kilometer journey. You may consider breaking it up into 2 sections. Head south on the D940. The fresh ocean breeze will make its entrance. Approaching the coastline, the views of Cap Blanc-Nez will greet you. Close by, you will encounter Ouessant, well known for its beautiful beaches, strong winds, and historical significance. Surfers travel here to ride the consistent waves that make this a paradise for water sports. Surfers enjoy the powerful, consistent breaks and open beaches that provide ideal conditions for both beginners and experienced riders. Its strong winds also make it a favorite destination for kite surfers. As you leave, the road gently climbs away from the village, revealing expansive views of the Opal Coast. On a clear day, you may even see the white cliffs of Dover across the sea. Riding south, you will pass several peculiar collections of ponds used for waterfowl hunting. The D940 coastal road is a motorcyclist's dream. The road follows rolling dunes and sea cliffs, offering stunning views over the English Channel. The asphalt is smooth, well-maintained, and ideal for a relaxed yet engaging ride. To the left, rolling green fields and farmland create a classic northern France countryside backdrop. To the right, The dunes and sandy beaches stretch toward the horizon. The entry to Étretat reveals unforgettable views of the famous rock formations. This is recognized as one of the most scenic spots in France. From here, there is a short ride to the River Seine and the Pont du Normandie. With its length of 2.1 kilometers, it is one of the longest cable-stayed bridges in the world. The next section is open, scenic countryside and green rolling fields. The horizon feels endless, offering a sense of freedom and openness. Arriving in Arromanches-les-Bains, you will meet plenty of World War II relics. Slowly but surely, nature is reclaiming the bunkers and battle-scarred remnants of war. Follow the coast towards Omaha Beach, one of the most historically significant motorcycle rides you'll ever take. A moment of reflection. Once the site of one of the most intense battles of D-Day, Omaha Beach now stretches peacefully along the Normandy coast, its golden sands belying the brutal history that unfolded here. Just west of Omaha Beach, you will find Pointe du Hoc, a key clifftop battlefield from D-Day. You may also want to extend the ride south to witness the spectacular Mont-Saint-Michel village in person. For the next route, we are heading to the southwestern part of France to ride the Col du Tourmalet. This route will take you over the famous climb and ease out on a fantastic wine conclusion, finishing in Pau. We are now dealing with the most famous mountain pass in the Pyrenees and a Tour de France legend. Prepare for some epic high-altitude riding. The journey starts in Luçon-Sauveur, a classic Pyrenean town located at the foot of Col du Tourmalet. This stretch is a great warm-up for the climb ahead. The actual climb kicks in with tight switchbacks, steep inclines, and dramatic drop-offs. When reaching the summit, you are at 2,115 meters above sea level. Arriving at the top of Tourmalet, you will encounter the famous Tour de France monument. You may also encounter paragliders and llamas. Llamas were introduced by local campsite owners to help maintain the grounds during winter. The descent to Arros is pure pleasure. It is a fast, open descent through high mountain meadows and deep valleys. Wide, sweeping curves perfect for leaning into the turns. It is hard to find more enjoyable stretches for motorcycle. Arros is a great spot for a lunch break. Try the local cassoulet. With a full stomach and a full tank of fuel, head north towards Madiran. Leave the mountains behind and embrace the landscape as it softens into rolling hills and vineyards. Ride north along the D929, following the Nest River. The road here is wider, with a perfect mix of gentle curves and smooth straights. Enjoy the change in landscape and the vine. This stretch is not overly technical, but the natural surroundings and rolling vineyards make it one of the most beautiful rides in France. Take a stop in Madiran, the wine capital of southwest France. It's been a wine-producing region since the 11th century. From here, continue south towards Pau. Pau is the perfect final stop on this journey, a city rich in history, royal heritage, and stunning views of the Pyrenees. For the next route, we are heading to the Mediterranean island of Corsica to find the D81 running along the west coast. This marvel of a route is 160 kilometers long and will take 3 to 4 hours to complete depending on stops and breaks. The route starts in the town of Calvi, home to de Santa Maria Notre-Dame de la Serra. Take the D81B and leave Calvi heading west. We are following the coast for an even wilder, more scenic start to the ride. The initial D81B is hugging the coastline and giving us a true taste of Corsica's rugged beauty. Rejoin the D81 and catch a glimpse of Monte Cinto in the distance, Corsica's tallest mountain. The D81 starts to gain elevation. You are entering the Scandola Nature Reserve, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with stunning volcanic rock formations. The road continues toward Porto, where the famous Calanque de Piana await. This is one of Corsica's most breathtaking natural wonders. A dramatic landscape of towering red granite cliffs and twisting coastal roads. If you ride here at dawn or dusk, be aware that you may encounter wild boars and sheep crossing the roads. The coastline has an abundance of beautiful isolated beaches. Take a rest and enjoy the view, or take a swim and relax in the warm Mediterranean Sea. Leaving the small seaside town of Sagone, the road begins its final approach to Ajaccio, the birthplace of Napoleon Bonaparte. This is a more relaxed ride compared to the technical cliffs of Piana, with sweeping bends, smooth tarmac, and endless views of the Mediterranean. It is a long ride, and you may be welcoming the last few bends on the route. The ride concludes when arriving in Ajaccio. Ajaccio was the birthplace of Napoleon on August 15, 1769, a historic city with a vibrant waterfront. The next route we find in the southeast of France. We are heading to Golfe-Juan to ride in the footsteps of Napoleon. It was the landing site of Napoleon Bonaparte in 1815 when he escaped exile from Elba and began his legendary 100 Days campaign to reclaim France. Before the ride, recharge at Plage du Midi or Plage du Soleil, two stunning sandy beaches, perfect for a short break before heading inland. The road begins gently, winding through coastal hills covered in olive groves and cypress trees. First option to stop is Grasse. This village is famous worldwide for its perfume industry. This stunning old town has hilltop views over the French Riviera and charming streets. Maybe take a guided tour into the history of perfume making, featuring centuries-old fragrances. Leaving the village behind, the road begins to climb into the Alps Maritimes, where we exchange the scent of flowers for twisting roads, limestone cliffs, and dramatic mountain views. You'll start to feel the pure freedom of mountain riding. Take a stop in Castellane, a charming medieval town surrounded by towering cliffs, winding rivers, and epic motorcycle roads. Sitting at 724 meters altitude, this is a key stop on the route Napoleon, offering history, adventure, and some of the best canyon riding in France. Expect twisting canyon roads, turquoise rivers, and jaw-dropping views. Evaluate to spend the night in Digne-les-Bains, a historic spa town surrounded by natural hot springs, geological wonders, and scenic riding routes. The last leg of the route will take you through Sisteron. This city features a massive 11th century medieval fortress. The city is also known as the gateway to Provence. As you approach Grenoble, the scenery shifts from deep forests to the rugged peaks of the Issa region. At this stage, we have covered 325 kilometers of fantastic motorcycle roads on the Napoleon route. Napoleon continued his march to Paris, but our ride concludes when arriving in Grenoble. The final step of this historical route is taking the cable car up to experience the Bastille Fortress and treat yourself with the views over this fantastic city. Let's throw a bonus route into the mix. Gorge du Verdon. On the Napoleon route, you will pass Castellane, evaluate to spend an extra day, and head south on the D952. The road gradually narrows as it enters the Verdon Gorge, with cliffs rising dramatically on both sides. Turn onto the D23 for the ultimate canyon ride. This one-way road is narrow and twisting, hugging the cliff edges with sheer drops of over 700 meters into the canyon. Multiple viewpoints offer jaw-dropping views of the canyon and turquoise river far below. The return ride on 952 offers a different perspective of the gorge, with some tight downhill sections. Make sure to take some detours in this wonderful area before embarking on the final return ride to Castellane. Let's recap. Alpe d'Huez to Briançon, Calais to Omaha Beach, Col du Tourmalet to Pau, Calvi to Ajaccio, Napoleon route, Golfe-Juan to Grenoble, bonus route, Gorge du Verdon. And there you have it, 5 amazing roads and a bonus route in wonderful France. If you enjoy this content, give the channel a follow. Ride safe.